Hi, this is Dina with Pretty Productive. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining me. Please consider subscribing and following along on this journey with me. Today what I'm going to be doing is a September cash stuffing. I'm going to say version 2. I originally did this video yesterday and I realized when I was editing the footage this morning that the camera could not focus on the foil labels on my envelopes, which are my new fall ones, which was a gold star foil. So I took all the foil off and they're sticky and I should put new labels on. So we're gonna go for it and see how this turns out. I may end up needing to redo the envelopes completely. I just made the set for the giveaway that closes on Friday for my September setup video. If you have not watched that, go watch that and enter the giveaway. So what we're going to start with is, first and foremost, this is the layout of the planner. And so there's kind of a plan A and a plan B. So plan A is that I am on vacation from the 9th through the 20th. There is a little bit of conversation that they are going to cancel Americans being able to go to Europe because of how high our COVID cases is. So what I'm going to do is I set this up as if the trip gets canceled and my budget needs to cover, not what I think it needs to cover, but it needs to cover all categories for the entire month. So originally I set up my budget to cover 12 days of being gone, so 18 days of living out of my envelopes or spending money out of my envelopes. So we'll see. If you have not already watched my August recap, you'll know that I had a very tough budget month last month, but that's okay because it's important to learn from your mistakes and go forward. I think the important thing is to feel, give yourself permission to have mess ups, which you will along this journey. I've been budgeting for probably about 11 years now, and I still, as you'll see in my August recap video, I still make mistakes. So I am going back to my envelopes this month. I know that I don't overspend that way, and I felt like it was so long for me to go through and figure out all my transactions and reconcile my budget. So we're going this way. I do apologize if the lighting's a little off. It is super overcast and raining in Phoenix today. So the light is kind of going in and out. So I'm gonna get through this before it starts raining harder and I lose more light. So in January, I'm going to have a bi-weekly paycheck again. So I'm starting in the month of September. So from September through December, I'm kind of laying out my budget as if I'm getting paid twice a month versus one time a month like I've been paid for the last year and a half. So just a way for me to kind of get used to know when certain things go out of my account and certain things are coming into the account. So on this side is financial goals. So my goals for this month are no spend for 8 days, track transactions, stay on budget, and have rollover money. And these are the bills that come directly billed to my Capital One account. I have 6 birthdays this month and my vacation budget is $1,000, and that is in a separate sinking fund. And then this is where I feel like I'm going to be doing my check-ins if my trip goes, and if my trip does not go, then I will redo that as well. So this part should look familiar. I did move a couple things around so that this aligned with my new sheet. So on the new sheet, I have income, fixed expenses, variable expenses. So those expenses that do flex with the time of year, or if I have quarterly pest control service or HOAs quarterly, subscriptions. So I have total income, fixed expenses, variable expenses. Lifestyle is pretty much the same. The biggest change in my budget is right here in the sinking funds. So in my way my mind works, I cannot justify taking money out of my retirement account to put it into sinking funds. And the reason why I can't justify it is it's making a good return on investment right now. And this obviously is cash in an envelope, not making any interest. So I think what my plan is to go back to work, and the money that I earn from going back to work will be my sinking fund money. So the more I make, the more I can fund my sinking funds. And then the difference between what I'm receiving now and what I'll be making probably in my new job, I'm assuming it will not pay anywhere near where it was, which is fine. I'm looking at more like a 30-hour-a-week position. I nowhere near want to work in any shape or form, want to work the hours that I worked before. I've been off for a year and enjoying it, loving spending time with my dad, with my mom, with my sisters, you know, being at the house, getting things done. So I don't want to go back to 60, 70 hours a week, but I would be really excited to work 30, 35 hours. So that's kind of what my plan is right now. And then I'm working right now to fund as many of my sinking funds as possible before my income changes in January. So this is how I broke down the dollars. So here's the funds that I'm going to fill. I'm not going to obviously be able to, you know, put something in every sinking fund, but I definitely have priorities based on when I need to have the total amount into that fund. So for example, my glasses, I always get new glasses or go to the eye doctor in the month of March. So starting in September, I'm putting $60 a month into that envelope because it normally runs me about $400. So I just want to have $400 ready in the month of March so that I can go get new glasses, pay for the eye doctor, things like that. So that's kind of how I decided what was going to get funded and what is not going to get funded. And just as a note, because I know this question comes up, these two sheets are not in my Etsy shop, but if you would like them, whether you want the physical copy or the digital copy, you can just let me know, and when you place an order, just put a note to seller that you would like the budget sheets, and I'm happy to share them. So I would say the majority of people want a physical copy, and what I do on the physical copy is obviously this is all written in. I do change and put in like debt snowball if you want me to, and I take out any of the things that are very specific to my personal budget, but most of the things are pretty generic. I have a more generic version that I send out, and it is an Excel document. I haven't had any issues with anyone saying they couldn't open it or use it, but I don't put formulas in it just so that you can move things around and do things as you want. For this one, because this one is fairly new because I have so many sinking funds now, there are formulas. So as you put in 150, it multiplies it out and then totals it up for you. So this has been really helpful for me to figure out what cash I need to take out. And again, this is very specific to my budget, but you could take the digital version and change it around for your budget. So just wanted to answer that question because it does come up a lot. I may eventually just stick it in the shop, but I'm not really sure yet. Okay, so the clouds just came in, so we're gonna get through this. So this is how I decided what denominations I was getting. I needed a total of 4,182. 192 was in my back to bank. So what I did was, I'm gonna bring this in a little bit. I've had so many problems with my camera not focusing, so I'm afraid to touch it. So this is what I had on hand when I went to go get my cash. So I had 150, 7 20s, and 2 1s. So a total of 192. So I did need 29 50s, but because I had 1, I only asked for 28. So I ended up taking out of my bank account 3,990 plus the 192 that I had in back to bank gives me the 4,182 that I needed totally to stuff my cash envelopes. So this is something that I'm working on. It's going to be a gift with purchase with envelopes, the cash envelopes, and then eventually it'll be in my shop. Normally I either write it down and then take a picture of it and give that to the bank, but she loved this when I handed this to her today. I'm like, or yesterday, I was just like, here's what I need, and it was so easy. So I'm thinking it works well, and I know that a lot of shops have them, but this is laminated and I just used a dry erase and took it off with some alcohol. So that is where I got my cash denominations. So we are going to count the money and make sure it's all here. If you saw my August cash stuffing, you know that we were missing $20 that I found on the floor after the video was done, and let's not go through that again. So for $100 bills, I should have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 1,200. And then 50s, I should have 29. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So that's $1,450. 20s, I should have 61, but I'm going to count this out. I'll count out 61 and then I'll do the math, because I only took out 54, which was 1,080, plus 70 is 140, so it should be 1,220. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, 20, 40, 60, 80, 600, 20, 40, 60, 80, 700, 20, 40, 60, 80, 800, 20, 40, 60, 80, 900, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1,000, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1,100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1,220. Okay, so that is right. 1220. This is probably the biggest amount, largest amount of money that I pulled out at a single time. It made me very nervous. I normally just, you know, I went to the bank and came home because I was not going to carry around this much money. So for 10s, I should have 21 or $210. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92. 10. Okay. And for 5s, I should have 19 or $95. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. So plus 95 plus 210. And then I should have 7 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 4,182. It is right. So let's get started. So I'm going to put this to the side for right now. I am going to bring over, so these are the envelopes that are my new fall ones. They are a matte laminate, and I did a gold like star foil. The camera cannot focus on it. It was so bad. And so the video was going in and out. So I took all of the labels off, I relabeled them, and they're still a little sticky because I put Post-it notes on it, which was so stupid because the Post-it note stuck to the laminate. So they're kind of getting unsticky, but I've taken alcohol to them. I probably still need to do it a little bit more. So for groceries, the amount that I'm stuffing is 400. And the way that I did that was 1, 2, 3, 240, 60, 80, and 4 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 20. Okay, so that should be 400. 100, 200, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 90, 95, 400. Okay, so the way I'm breaking this up, before I go there, so I don't know if you saw my other video, you probably saw these. So what I've been doing is just taking all the cash from my cash envelopes and sticking that week's allocation in my wallet, which I really loved in the month of July, and I ran into a lot of problems doing this in the month of August. So I did create these to fit inside of my wallet because I really like carrying a wallet more so than I liked carrying the pocket planner. I just feel like it's a little bit easier. And these are made out of vinyl. And so you can get a lot in here. I don't know if you can see it. So this is what I will carry around with me. And then the backup money for the other weeks of the month will go into this envelope and these binders that stay home. I'm gonna pull out a little bit. Okay, so for groceries, I'm gonna put 125 in my envelope. It's really like 133 a week, but I'm gonna kind of do it as 125. I've already written out on my registers just to save some time. So 125. And then the balance of 275, which is what this should be. 1, 2, 60, 75, yes. So 275 will go into my grocery envelope for future. Okay, next is eating out, and that's 150, and it's gonna be 6 20s, 20, 40, 60, 80, 20, and 3 10s. And I've kind of got this sheet over to the side just in case I forget how I broke it out. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 30, 40, 50. So it's $50 a week. So I'm gonna do 2 20s and a 10. And eating out. And I do have some coupons in here that places that I like to go just to remind myself to use them. And then the balance will go into the envelope. And then for spending, it's the exact same as eating out. 10. So 6 20s and 3 10s. So it is 50. Probably could have put these in better order. So 50 into spending. Down there. And then the balance will go in the envelope. They're still a little sticky. Okay, so clothing is going to get 200, so it's 450s. Now if you saw my August recap, you'll know that I've spent a lot of money on clothes for my trip. So I honestly don't think I need anything. So I'm gonna take this money and I'm gonna put it into this envelope. But if I decide to go shopping, then I can grab this one, put it in here and put it in my wallet. I just don't want to encourage myself to spend any more money because I bought and returned so many things. So for now, I'm just going to put this envelope to the side. And then if I am going to grab money from clothing, instead of grabbing this envelope and just throwing this in my purse, which is what I was doing, I can put the money in here and then I can track it and then put any excess money back here. So for now, I'm just going to stick it back here. Household gets 60. And again, another category that I've gone way over last month, so I really don't need anything for the house right now, so I'm just going to put that there. Entertainment is going to get 50. Personal care gets 100. So personal care is 3 20s. Let me see how I did this. 3 20s, 2 10s, 3 5s, and 5 1s. So it should be $100. So 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. For this one, because I have a brow appointment and a nail appointment, I am going to go ahead and put it in my wallet so I have it with me. And I, again, have coupons in here or some cards. I do have a gift card, 2 gift cards for my nails. I might need to fill out a little bit more on that. And then my brow appointment as well. So that goes in my wallet. Whatever I don't spend this week before I leave for my trip, though, I'll put in here. Medicine gets 50 in my one to take with me. And I don't honestly know if I need anything. I think I'm pretty much stocked, but the minute I say that, then I have to go get something. And then 50 will go into the envelope. My mom gets 100 and it's 5 20s. 3, 4, 5. If you're new to my channel, my mom is in a memory care facility. And so when I go visit her, I will get her like something to eat or, you know, get something, pick up something that the director says she needs. She loves ice cream. She loves chocolate. So we kind of keep a little stash for her. So I kind of just, instead of taking it out of my allowance, my spending money or groceries, I've just created her own envelope for that. So 60 is going to go in here. It is her birthday today, so we went and had lunch and everything, and she is 89 years old today. It's incredible. And 40 will go into my envelope in my wallet, so I have something with me if I want to grab her something. Savings challenge is $605 for the month of September. I think it is the biggest month. And I need to see how I needed to break it out. So it is 4 $100 bills. 2, 3, 4. 150. 6 20s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 10s and 3 5s. So the reason why I break it out this way is because I stuff this weekly. And so if I didn't have it broken out this way, then I wouldn't be able to put the denominations in. So week 1 is 95, week 2 is 110, week 3 is 125, week 4 is 130, and week 5 is 145. So total of $605. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 50, 470, 490, 510, 530, 550, 570, 560, 570, 580, 590, 5. Okay, something's wrong. So 2 10s. Or I can't count. Let's see here. So this is 4, 20, 40, 60, 80, 5, 50, 570, 580, 590, 95, 600, and 5. Okay, I just can't count. It's right. The beauty of putting it on this sheet versus my own chicken scratch is that I know it's adding up correctly. So this is going to go into savings challenge. Now for savings challenge for this year, I have savings challenge in its own binder. But for 2022, whatever I decide to do, it will all be in one binder. Like, not one binder, but all my sinking fund binders will be together instead of in a whole separate binder. Gifts is a big number this month because we have got some big birthdays, mainly my husband's. So for gifts, it's $695. So it is 3 $100 bills. 4 50s, 7 20s, 2, 3, 60, 4 10s, and 3 5s. So it should be, all goes well, $695. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20, 40, 60, 80, 6, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95. So $6.95. And this is a category that I always left in my Capital One savings account, and then I would just pay my card with it, and I really am enjoying actually having the cash for birthdays. I'm finding I'm not overspending as much. Back to bank, I already have money in here. That's hard to believe, I know, but that goes back to bank. And then we start with our actual sinking funds. So for sinking funds, arts and crafts is getting 50. Let me see how I did that. Where did I down? I did 2 20s and a 10. So my sisters and I with some friends do craft night. And so the person who's hosting the craft night kind of sends out what everybody needs to bring and what craft we're doing. So every time I go, it's $20, $30. So I decided I would just start a fund so I wouldn't feel guilty about, you know, starting a new craft or a new project, because I would have the money budgeted for it. Beauty and skincare, I really don't need anything for a while, but I'm going ahead and putting in a $50 bill. I stocked up big time in both my skincare and my makeup, as well as my hair products. I don't know. I'll go months without spending any money on clothes or anything like that, and then I will do it all at one time. So for car maintenance, it's $100. For dental, it is $20. Eventually, I'm going to need an implant after I finish Invisalign, and I'm just starting to put money away from that. I'm probably like a year away. Electricity. This one is not getting funded right now, but we are kind of starting to go into the months it's not so expensive, and I will have overage. So anything over will go into this fund. Etsy shop is actually going to still stay in my Capital One, but I'm going to track it here just to make my life a lot easier. Fitness is actually still in my account. I'm going to pull it out and stick it in the envelope. And then glasses is $60. And I did it, how did I do this? A 50 and a 10. And for some reason, I forgot to put the label on this envelope, so I will do that before my next cash stuffing. HOA gets 75, and that's a 50, a 20, and a 5. So we pay $880 a year for our HOA, so I'm just putting $75 a month away for next year. So I'm starting to build that up for next year. So I won't pull this out when it's due again in October. I may pull it out in January depending on what's happening in my budget. But I just want the $880 somewhere so that if we have a tight month and that's the month HOA is due, I want to know that the money is there. House reno is a Capital One account. I am not pulling the cash out, but I will track transactions. We are getting really close to finishing up on the house. And then clothing, you saw me put that in there later. So I'm not going to close this because these are still a little sticky. And then the next one is the rest of the alphabet. So health and medical is $50, and it's $150. So to speed this up, I did already write on the form, and I opened up the envelopes. Invisalign is going to get 20. Now my husband's insurance actually is covering Invisalign, which is amazing. And we do have a medical spending account, but I would like to be able to offset as much of that I can, so I'm not pulling out part of it from the account. I am hoping to start in October after my trip. Lottery gets 20. Pest control gets 30, and this is like HOA where it's quarterly, it's $90, and I'm just building up this so that I just don't have to even think about it as part of a budget item. Planning gets 100, and I'm already looking at the new Hobonichi Cousin for next year. They are coming out, I think, a couple weeks. So, I don't know. I can't make up my mind. I do really like it, but there's other ones I like too, so I don't know. So, planning gets 100. Rollover is, nothing is funded right now. Savings challenge will actually be 2022. Self-care gets 100. So, the difference between personal care and self-care in my mind is that self-care is more like massage, tip, facials, meditation apps, anything that just makes you feel better, like self-care. Where personal care are things you do more for like manicures, pedicures, haircuts, colors, things like that. So I did go ahead and separate those two sinking funds just so that I could put money aside in both. So 150, 220s, 110, 150, 220s, 110. So it should be 100. Yes. Okay. I need to find a new massage therapist, and let me know if you guys have ideas. I don't know how to handle this. I've never had this happen. She's a really good massage therapist. I really like her massages. She talks nonstop to the point that I don't enjoy my massages anymore because not answering a question doesn't make her stop talking. You know, telling her I just need to relax does not stop the conversation. So I feel bad, but I don't want to go back to her because, you know, the person that I love left and it was so relaxing with her. She didn't say a peep. And this one just talks constantly. Technology stays in my account, but I am going to track transactions here. Vacation stays in the account. I am going to track transactions here. Vitamins is 100. So just in the comments down below, let me know, A, if you're a massage therapist, would you want to be told that, first of all? And 2, if you've had a similar issue, let me know how you handled it, because short of canceling my membership and going to a whole nother massage place, I don't know how to handle it. I don't want to offend her, but I'm paying good money to have a massage that is not relaxing either. So I'm open to suggestions. I don't know what to do. I don't want to be mean, but I don't enjoy it. So vitamin gets 100, which is 250s. When I did a deep dive in my budget, and I spent weeks literally going through every transaction from January and through August, it was amazing how much money I spent on vitamins, and I was taking it out of medical and then I was going over. So I'm just gonna have my own fund for vitamins, and then that way when I replenish my vitamins, then I'll have some money for that. So those are so this one is done. And then my last binder is holidays and occasions. So for Valentine's Day, which is not a huge day, I normally just get, you know, cards for people, is going to be 25. My goal is 100, so I kind of just took $100, divided by how much time I had until Valentine's Day, and that's where I came up with 25. My anniversary, it is a big anniversary for us, but that's kind of what I'm doing with my savings challenge money, so I'm going to put 25 in here. St. Patrick's I'm not going to fill yet. Easter I'm not filling. This is family barbecues because I always host them and I never have the money for it. I just have to pull it out of another account. So I'm going to start at Leon. Halloween is 30. Now, I'm not a big Halloween fan. I know that's a problem for a lot of people. But I don't like costumes. I don't like to go to haunted houses. So I'm putting 30 in there, and that's really just for candy for trick-or-treaters. For Thanksgiving, I am going to put 100, and I'm doing it as 250s. So basically this is food for the day. Now Christmas is my holiday that I love. So I kind of just did one envelope, and then if you saw my last year budget for Christmas, I actually break it down into 4 different categories. So food for the day, decorations, which could include crafts, it could include the tree, anything that you're buying that's kind of decor related. Activities, going out to see lights, getting hot chocolate, going on a train, any of those things has a budget. And then last is gifts. So currently I have $2,000 in my gifting account, and I kind of feel like I'm good there, but I probably will build up a little bit more. And then when I get closer to Christmas, I actually break it down to a per person amount to spend. So my daughters, my son-in-law, my husband, and then my nieces and nephews' kids, and then that's kind of where we do, and then we do a white elephant gift card exchange for the adults. So once you become 21, then you no longer get a gift. But until then, I have 11, I think they're would be considered great nieces and nephews because they're my nieces and nephews' kids, that I buy for. So I kind of just set a budget per person, and that's how I break out my gifting budget. So for right now, I am going to put in the food category. So my overall budget for this envelope will be $150. So I'm putting 40 in now. For decorations, because I do think I need a new tree this year. I think I had a lighting issue last year. So decorations, my goal is 300, and I'm gonna start with 75. So I've got 3 months, so that will get me to the 300 or close to it. Activities, my goal for this one is, I believe, 100, and I'm going to put 100. So this one will be funded. Okay, and then gifts is currently in capital 1. So right now I have in my gifting fund $3,000. So I'm gonna separate that out, put 1,000 into what I call my birthday fund, and then 2,000 in Christmas fund. So what I decided to do this year is kind of break down the birthday fund. So for my birthday, I won't start saving for that yet. This is the first year I ever did that, and it was really nice to be able to treat myself to something for my birthday. My husband's birthday is this month, so once this month rolls, then I'll figure out how much I normally spend on him, and then I'll divide that by 12 months, and then I'll start filling this. My daughter's birthday is in July, so I'll probably start filling this next month. And then the cars is my daughter and my son-in-law. My daughter does have a birthday next month. I'm obviously just starting it now. So I'm gonna put $77 in there this month. And that will kind of start. And then my son-in-law's birthday is in the month of February. So I know I'm gonna need to pull from both my October budget and probably a little bit out of the gifting fund for my daughter. And then by then I'll have enough saved in here for my son-in-laws in February. My nieces and nephews, there's 11 of them, so I'm not gonna fill that. Family is my parents, my sisters, you know, my sister-in-law, things like that. Adventures is a new category for me, and I'm trying to get my husband to get out of the office and enjoy life a little bit more. So I'm gonna start this with $50. Now we did buy a car today. I know it's been months and you guys probably didn't think I was gonna buy one, but we did. We pick it up on Sunday. I'm a little sick to my stomach. It's a lot of money. We end up getting a new car versus a used car. He did give me a lot more money towards it for my birthday, which was super generous of him. And we got all the packages that we want. So I'll send a picture to you guys. I'll put it in one of my next videos, but it's super pretty. So I currently don't have a pet, but I do have Liam and Milo, which are my daughter's dogs. I spent a tremendous amount of money on them. So I did start them their own envelope. I'm going to start it with $50. And they're going to get 2 20s and a 10. And then Disneyland is opened, so I'm going to put $100 into my Disneyland envelope. And so this binder is done. And then the only thing I have left is miscellaneous, and that's $500. I wish. It's $100. It's 5 20s. And this one is kind of a envelope for a just in case, so I'm not going to carry it with me, but I do want it to be able to be thrown into my purse in case I need it for groceries or something unbudgeted. So I am going to put that in the back. Actually, this one is really chunky, so I'm going to put that in the back of the pink one. So miscellaneous and clothing, which is currently, this one is empty, but if I want to throw it in my purse, I'll just have them back here. And then the last thing we need to do, put these in my wallet. So for my wallet will be my mom, medicine, personal care, spending, eating out, and groceries. And these fit perfectly into my wallet. And then gifts is going to go back away for a while. So this is what I had. I need to update this with what I spent today for my mom. And then the rest of the birthdays are at the end of the month. I think I mentioned this earlier, but I'm not taking my envelopes with me on my trip. My husband won't use envelopes. He just uses his own cash. So they will sit here until I get back. If I get to go. If I don't get to go, then I'm going to redo my budget again. And so this will go into the binder. And then I just need to do savings challenge. So the first week is $95. So that is a $50, 2 20s, and a 5. I'm so afraid to close this and have them stick together again, because then that means I have to make all new envelopes and I'm gonna cry. So 95 goes in for week 1. And I know I could just put the whole 605 in here, but I like stuffing it weekly and watching it grow, so there we go. Okay, so September is done. So that is everything for this video. I'm sorry it was so long. Actually, this was quicker than my last one, but hopefully it stayed in focus the whole time. I want to thank you all so much for the support of both my channel and my Etsy shop. It means the world to me. So thank you so much for watching. If you have not seen the September setup, there is a giveaway. Today is Wednesday, September 1st. I'm going to pull the winner on Friday, September 3rd. So watch that video and you'll find out what you need to do to enter that giveaway. And it's going to be a set of my fall envelopes and then the category stickers for whatever you would like to have. So good luck if you're entering, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.